The earth moved. It wasn't a gentle tremor, but a violent shudder that ripped through the heart of Istanbul. Buildings swayed, windows rattled, and the ground beneath seemed to vanish. It was just before lunchtime, the sun shining brightly, but in an instant the bustling city of Istanbul was plunged into chaos. The initial shock was quickly replaced by a surge of panic, an instinctive fear that sent people scrambling for safety. Mothers scooped up their children, shopkeepers abandoned their stores, and prayers spilled from the lips of those caught in the open. The air, thick with dust and the sound of car horns, carried the weight of thousands of voices, all united in a chorus of fear and confusion. For a city that had long lived under the shadow of a potential earthquake, this was the moment they had always dreaded. Across Istanbul, the scenes were a chaotic ballet of fear and survival. In the historic Fatih district, home to Istanbul's iconic mosques and cultural landmarks, an abandoned building partially succumbed to the earth's tremors, its facade crumbling into a cloud of dust and debris. Fortunately, the building was unoccupied, a small mercy in the face of such raw power. Across the city, people poured out of their homes and workplaces, desperate to escape the confines of shaking structures. Parks and open spaces transformed into makeshift shelters as a sea of humanity sought refuge under the open sky. The air buzzed with frantic phone calls, a desperate attempt to connect with loved ones and confirm their safety. The initial tremor, a powerful 6.2 magnitude earthquake, had struck with a vengeance, its epicenter located in the unpredictable waters of the Sea of Marmara. The aftershocks, a series of smaller tremors, continued to ripple through the city, each one a stark reminder of the Earth's raw power. Reports of injuries began to surface, painting a grim picture of the earthquake's impact. Over 150 people were injured, most suffering from falls and panic attacks. The fear, etched on the faces of those who had just lived through the terrifying ordeal, spoke volumes about the psychological toll of the disaster. As the initial shock began to subside, a chilling question hung in the air. Was this the big one, or merely a prelude to a more devastating earthquake? Istanbul, straddling the volatile North Anatolian fault line, has long been bracing itself for a major seismic event. Experts, their voices laced with concern, warned that the recent tremors could trigger a larger earthquake. Geologist Nasi Gorur, a prominent voice in earthquake science, cautioned that the tremors, while not catastrophic in themselves, increased the stress on the Kumburgaz Fault, a segment of the larger North Anatolian fault line. A rupture along this fault, he emphasized, could have catastrophic consequences for Istanbul. Section 5. A city on edge. The earthquake, a stark reminder of Istanbul's vulnerability, has left the city on edge. The fear is palpable, a constant undercurrent in the conversations on the streets and in the worried glances exchanged between strangers. Many residents, haunted by the images of the partially collapsed building and the thought of a larger quake, are too afraid to return to their homes. Parks and open spaces, once vibrant hubs of social life, are now temporary shelters for those displaced by fear. The air, thick with anxiety and uncertainty, carries the weight of a city grappling with its own mortality. Section 6. A mayor absent. Adding to the city's unease is the absence of its mayor, Ekrem İmamoğlu. Currently imprisoned on charges many believe to be politically motivated, İmamoğlu's absence is deeply felt in this time of crisis. His voice, a symbol of reassurance and leadership, is sorely missed. From his prison cell, İmamoğlu expressed his profound sadness at being unable to stand with his city and its people during this trying time. His words, a poignant reminder of the political turmoil gripping Turkey, have further fueled public anger and frustration. Section 7. Glimmers of hope amidst the rubble. Even in the face of fear and uncertainty, glimmers of hope and resilience shine through. Across Istanbul, communities are coming together, offering support and solace to those in need. Neighbors are checking on neighbors, sharing food, water, and blankets. Schools, closed for the next 2 days, have opened their gardens to the public, providing safe spaces for those seeking refuge. The spirit of solidarity, deeply embedded in Turkish culture, is a beacon of hope amidst the rubble. Section 8. Istanbul's uncertain future. As the aftershocks fade and the city slowly begins to pick up the pieces, a sense of uncertainty hangs heavy in the air. The earthquake, a stark reminder of Istanbul's precarious existence, has forced residents and officials alike to confront a sobering question. What does the future hold for this vibrant, historic city? The need for improved infrastructure, stricter building codes, and a renewed focus on disaster preparedness is more evident than ever. The earthquake, a wake-up call for a city long aware of its seismic vulnerability, has underscored the urgency of these challenges. Section 9. A City United. In the aftermath of the earthquake, one thing is abundantly clear. Istanbul is a city united. United in fear, yes, but also in its resilience, its compassion, and its unwavering spirit. The earthquake, a stark reminder of life's fragility, has also served to highlight the things that truly matter: community, compassion, and the enduring strength of the human spirit. As Istanbul picks up the pieces and confronts the challenges ahead, it does so with the knowledge that it does not stand alone. The world is watching, offering support and solidarity as the city begins the long process of healing and rebuilding.